how do roles change when we implement AI? What should CX teams expect when AI is implemented? I'll start with you on this one, Ryan.
Org impacts due to technology implementations this isn't new, right? We've been dealing with this since the 90s when, big ERPs came out, all the way through robotic process automation, business process automation. We talk about the automation that's happening within contact centers over the last 10, 15 years. Like all of these tools that we've implemented to make it easier for our customers have org impacts. And I think the same processes and tools that you use to evaluate what that's going to do to somebody's job or to how they go to work every day is more important than ever. And I think it's really spending the time to understand how these tools are starting to shape the way that people's positions change, and retraining, making sure people understand their roles, making sure that your customers understand the benefits of all of this. I like to think that if we start to apply AI here at Alchemer, or when I talk to my peers who are still in consulting, if you're a Marvel nerd out there, right? Like it's the difference between Tony Stark and Iron Man, right? The suit makes Iron Man. And so if you can start to take AI and some of these advanced technologies and wrap it around your people, it gives them the superpowers and it gives them the advantage to be there when your customers need you, and make it personable, make it relatable, make it meaningful in a moment that matters, But again, you got to understand how that's going to evolve, what retraining needs to happen for those employees. How does that continue to change the way that their position evolves over time? Like Brandy said, when our engineers are using AI to code faster, you got to teach people how to go do things like that. And so taking the time and energy and spending the resource to make sure that all of this happens in line will ensure a successful implementation of some of these technologies.
That's great. And you always got to love Iron Man and Tony Stark references. Brandy, do you have anything else you want to add? And then we'll get finished up.
Yeah, it's probably a little redundant, but just adding the color of helping your teams and your people understand that the goal of AI is not to put them out of a job, but to make their jobs better, more rewarding for both them, the customer, and the rest of the business. There's a lot, sticking with my developers and engineering, they're not worried that they're not going to be needed anymore because robots are going to write code. They're excited that they can build bigger and better things faster. And to say it the only way I know how, they're addicted. And we gave the tools to only a few developers at first to figure out, how's this going to work for Alchemer? Do we have any risks? And then they were fighting over the licenses. So I think it's really important that you make sure your teams understand this isn't let's replace you. It's let's make your life and the job better.